Welcome back. It's the Flow Friday Sports Show on Flow FM, and it's time to have a look at the North Eastern Footy League with Andrew Mitchell. He's on the line with me right now to preview some big grand finals coming up tomorrow. How's it going, Andrew?
Yeah, going well. Hopefully we get a bit of rain in the next week or so, but maybe not tomorrow.
Definitely want some rain, but I reckon everyone taking the field tomorrow is hoping it can just hold off just for one more day, but we'll see how we go. It is a little bit cloudy around the northern areas of South Australia, but let's get into last weekend's games before we have a look at the upcoming grand finals. It's going to be a huge grand final day tomorrow, and I reckon the A-grade grand final between the BSR Tigers and the Southern Saints is one of the most heavily anticipated anywhere across our network. But before we talk about that, we'll talk about how the BSR Tigers got there. They got there with a statement win over North Clare in the prelim. What about this? 25 goals 7, 157 to North Clare, 6 goals 6, 42, 115-point winners. Incredible accuracy. And yeah, I reckon that's a bit of a statement to say we shouldn't be here. We should have gone straight through to the granny.
Well, yeah, I guess you could say that, but then some saying that with no injuries, it was good. It would have been good for them to have another run, and they just run in with some real form now, I guess. So, yeah, I think BSR are looking really good. Most
definitely they are. And what about the goal kickers on the day? They had about 10 or 11 individual goal kickers. Ash Bruce and Ryder Hayes with 4 each, and then Jackson Lee and Alex Morgan with 3 each. Luke Hayes being best on ground. Great to see the goal kicking being shared around. They've clearly got a lot of avenues to goal.
Yeah, no, definitely do. They do. They probably don't have a big key forward. They share it around. Ash Bruce has been their dominant forward, but he's a small mobile forward who's pretty hard to contain. All
right, so we get the grand final matchup that we assumed we were going to have all season long. They've been the two best teams by a country mile, the Southern Saints and the BSR Tigers, and the Saints have had the wood over them. 2 games in the regular season were won by the Saints, and then, of course, the qualifying final last week, the Saints winning it by just 2 points at Riverton Oval. So how do you see this one going, Andrew? Are you leaning one way or the other, or do you reckon it's going to be a bit of a coin toss?
No, I mean, I think most people would expect with 3 wins in the season going to Southern Saints that they should come out on top. BSR won the first game of the year, which was the first game of the actual season, so round 1. So Southern Saints have had the wood over them for the rest of the season. You'd expect them with their tough, hard midfield to try and shut the game down, keep it close, but not let BSR get the ball on the outside and run. So that'll be the Southern Saints game plan, I'd imagine. And if they can do that, they'll go a long way to winning the game.
I actually forgot they played all the way back in round 1. I'd been thinking that the Tigers hadn't recorded a win over the Saints all season, but there you go. They did get them in the first week of the year, but yeah, it's been all Saints since then. You mentioned the Tigers share their goal scoring around. They don't really have a big key forward. Do you reckon that will play into the Saints' favour on Saturday, or will that be more into the Tigers' favour, having more avenues to goal?
I think more avenues to goal is good. However, I do believe you need someone to stand up deep in the forward lines or centre-half forward, which they do have with Stasnowski. He's probably not a renowned goal kicker, but he is an athletic forward. So whether he can create a contest there for them and bring the ball to ground and give their runners a chance.
Don't have to be a renowned goal kicker throughout the season to be a grand final day hero. He just might bob up and kick a bag, and grand final day heroes come from anywhere and everywhere. So we'll wait and see who from the Saints or the Tigers will be the hero tomorrow. But that is all set up to be an absolute cracking grand final. Can't wait to see who wins that one. Let's have a look at the Rezzies, and it's going to be the South Clare Rezzies playing against the Southern Saints because they knocked off the BSR Tigers by just 1 point in the prelim, 9-7-61 to 8-12-60. Looks like that one was a thriller.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it came down right down to the wire. I think there was a shot on goal on the siren as the siren was going that drifted through for a point to... if it had gone for a goal, BSR would have made it through to the grand final. So another very close game.
Very close game indeed. Bad luck to BSR, just falling short by 1 point and kicking 8-12 to South Clare's 9-7 and having a couple of extra scoring shots. I'm sure they'll be ruining a couple of those, but that's the way footy goes sometimes. So South Clare through to the grand final to play the Southern Saints, who, just like in the A grade, they were the minor premiers. So it'll be 1v4. South Clare coming all the way from 4th to make it through to the grand final, and it'll be a big job for them to try and beat the Saints.
Yeah, it will be. However, they do have a couple of classy players through their midfield in Mitchell Reynolds and I reckon it's Justin Michael, a couple of pretty good footballers who've played a lot of A-grade football at high level. So can they stand up and get enough of it and get it forward for them? They've also got Peter von Heitman-Mick, who is a pretty classy, tall, athletic forward who can hit the scoreboard too. So.
All right, let's have a look at the juniors now, and it's going to be a Clare derby in the Under-17 Grand Final tomorrow. South Clare, they beat North Clare by just 7 points in the qualifying final, so North Clare did things the hard way, but they had no trouble against Minman, 18-13, 121 to 7-12-54 to punch their ticket and set up a Clare derby Grand Final. Yeah,
no, this is going to be a cracking game. Obviously, the high school boys out of Clare are going to go at it once again, and South, I think, have had the wood over North this year, but North Clare will be coming hard. It'll be an interesting battle of the midfield. So they've both got really good midfielders and really good kids going forward who look to set up both clubs in their senior grades in the next few years. So it'll be really good to see how they travel it out. You've got Jeske and Tane Matthew in North Clare's midfield, and you've got Zach Lalick and I reckon Cooper Werfel for South Clare. So it'll be a really good game to watch.
Darcy Vasek with 7 goals in the prelim final. I reckon North Clare will be a pretty good chance to win if he can kick like that tomorrow, but that is going to be a cracker. Always good to get any sort of rivalry game in a grand final, but especially a crosstown derby like that. Looking forward to seeing who gets up in that one. And Andrew, in the under-14s, it was very, very close for your under-14 Minman Eagles, just going down by 3 points to the Cats. Blythe Snowtown 4-6-30, Minman 3-9-27.
Yeah, no, that's right. No, as I said last week, we knew that Blythe Snowdown would bring their competitiveness, and they absolutely did that. They closed us down in close. They didn't give us a chance with any time or space. They tackled well and pressured, and they did all the one-percenters really well. They kept the ball moving forward. A really impressive game by Glenn Hayes and his team to close us down and, take the win. It was close. We were 8 points up with 5 or 6 minutes to go, but couldn't hold on to the win. They did a really good job, Blythe Snowdown, so well done to them.
Well done to the Cats, and I'm sure there'll be plenty of lessons for your players to learn along the way, and that's what it's all about at that age group. As nice as it is to win premierships, it's all about learning for the future and, taking those lessons when you get into senior footy. And you must be pretty happy with the season for your Eagles, 10-6, and then making it just 3 points shy of a grand final against a team who won 3 more games during the season.
Yeah, no, that's right. A solid season, take those learning challenges into the next year and beyond. But no, it was a solid season. But no, definitely the two most dominant sides throughout the year, RSMU and Blythe Snowdown, are going to line up in the under-14 grand final, which should be a great game. Neither of them have been there for years, so a great opportunity for one of them to get their first under-14 premiership for a long time.
Great to see a drought broken there, and we'll see who wins that one between the two sides who have been pretty much sitting first and second on the ladder all year. Should be another cracker, and it should be a great day all round for Grand Final Day in the North Eastern Footy League tomorrow. It's at Blythe Oval, and what's the hospitality there like, Andrew?
You won't find a better oval to come to. The hospitality in Blythe Snowdown do an amazing job of setting up everything. I think they've got some amazing halftime entertainment. They've got a sky show. They do everything really well out there at Blythe and Snowtown Footy Club. The netball will be red hot all day, I'd imagine. There'll be some great competition there. And come along and, if you've got nothing to do, it'd be a great place to spend the day and plenty to do all day.
Geez, I was thinking you were just sort of saying what everyone says when they say, there's no better place to watch footy than where I'm watching footy this weekend. But if there's a halftime show and a sky show for entertainment, I actually reckon you might be onto something there. I don't reckon there's any bias involved in that at all. That sounds sensational. They will put on a great show, and it will be a great grand final day in the North Eastern Footy League. Good luck to everyone playing in grand finals tomorrow. Andrew, enjoy all the action. Thank you very much for all that info, and we'll catch you for a season recap next Friday.
No worries. Sounds good.